Hello Year 8, this is your work for Lesson 3. We're going to be looking at e-safety and cyber security. Now our key questions today are: what is a hacker, what is a DDoS attack, and what is a brute force attack? By the end of this session, you should know the difference between ethical and unethical hacking and possibly evaluate the different forms of computer system attacks. Now, this has a career focus. In this lesson, you're going to be doing a role similar to that of a cyberist. Now, a cyberist is somebody who works within a company. That might be a big company, it might be a school, a hospital, or anywhere where people work to make sure people's data and computer systems are safe. That means protecting them from viruses, from malware, from hackers, and keeping data safe. That also means that people need to give training to their staff to make sure they know how to keep safe online as well. Now, if this is something you would be interested in, there is a massive national shortage of people going into cybersecurity, and is expected by next year that would be around 200,000 jobs which are not filled within the UK. You would need GCSE computer science and hopefully A-level computer science or IT to go into this career. And the average salary for a senior cyberist would be around £60,000. So today's lesson, I want you to have a look a little bit to start with at what a cyberist does. What's the jobs in cybersecurity? There's a YouTube link which we will have posted right underneath the video in Google Classroom. So as part of this task, you need to watch this video first. Please pause this video and watch the video which we've put the link in for YouTube. Okay, you should have watched that video now, so we're going to move on. We're going to have a think about what really is hacking to start with. So we're going to do a pretend hack on somebody's Facebook account. Facebook is social media. So George's phone is run out of battery and his family are worried about where he is. They haven't heard from him and they want to know where he is. You as a hacker have been asked to hack his Facebook account to see if you can find out where he is tonight. So what you're going to have to do is use the login page to guess his password. Now we've been given a public view of George's password. So this is what anybody can see without actually having his details. Now what you're going to have to do is use the link in your workbook on Google Classroom. So go to Google Classroom, scroll down to page number or lesson number 3 and find this slide number 19. You might want to pause the video to find this page. Once you're there, you need to use this link here. Now you can literally just click on the link and then click on the hyperlink which appears below. It's going to take a couple of seconds to load and you'll see it saying connecting and install, and you'll be left with a blank page. Now you've got to try and guess his password. So once this comes up, you'll see please enter your password. What do you think his password might be? You might want to have a couple of guesses by looking at his account. And there's some things on here that might give that away. I'm going to give you a hint shortly, but have a go at that first. Okay, here is a bit of a hint. Once you've checked it for the first time, so let's put password, it's not going to work. Let's have a look at his profile. Okay, so it says don't forget the computing homework. Right, it looks like he likes ginger biscuits. It looks like he likes the football team Newchester. So let's try Newchester. Okay, that's not working, but we've actually got a hint which has come up on here. Colour TV. Now, when you're putting words in, don't put any spaces and make sure the first letter of the words have capital letters. See if you can crack the password and then I will show you the next stage. If you manage to crack the password, then you're going to see a link looking like this. Highlight the link, copy it, and paste it into a new browser up here. It will take you into his version of Facebook, so you're logged in as George now. So have a look at this and see if you can actually figure out where you think he is. Pause the video now and try and figure that out. Okay, so here's the answer. You might have seen it here already. The password was Red Simpsons. If we go back to his profile, on here we know that he likes Newchester and that he says up the Reds, and it says here Homer is funny, Homer is from The Simpsons, so he has used this password. So we can answer our question by going to his profile, and it says down here, somebody thinks he's been hacked already. I had no idea that you were stuck abroad. So now we know where he is. We have found the solution. So what do we want you to take out of this, and why are we looking at this? Well, first of all, on any profiles, you need to make sure that you don't put any details which might give away your passwords. So in this case, he'd given away his passwords by posting other things that were public. So we have to make sure we don't post anything public, and we have to make sure that our passwords are unique and are not common passwords. So not colours, not our favourite food, not our pet's name, for example, where those kind of details people could find out online. So just because you've hacked into a friend's account, or we've just had a pretend hack there, does that mean that you're a hacker? Have a think, pause the video and spend 20 seconds thinking if you think that means you're a hacker. Okay, and I also want you to think about, was hacking into George's account ethical? Should we be doing that? Okay, hopefully that you've come up with some of these ideas, that it's not ethical for us to log into George's account. We shouldn't be logging into anybody else's account or trying to hack their passwords. So just because of that, it doesn't mean we're a hacker. But hacking is gaining unauthorized access to or to control a computer. Now, in a minute, I'm going to be asking you in your workbooks to answer the following question. So the next question is, add a definition of hacking. So you're going to have to listen to what I say about hacking, and then you're going to have to use these keywords to fill this definition in. So, first of all, we know that hacking is gaining unauthorized access to a computer system or controlling a computer system. People might do this to steal data, disrupt a service, so that might be something that's going on your computer systems. It might even be for political reasons. So you might be wanting somebody, your political rival, you might want them to post something unethical on their profile. Or you might just want to do it for fun. But all of these reasons are reasons why people shouldn't be hacking into computer systems. Can you please fill in your workbook a definition of hacking? Pause the video and do that now. If you are stuck, make sure you look back at this definition, and this would be our perfect definition. Gaining unauthorized access to or control of a computer system. Check your definition and make sure you are happy with that for me now, please. So, a little bit more information for us. This is a link here and a website which shows us live attacks which are going on currently in the world. It's quite an interesting website where we can find out lots of different things. So you can see the top targeted countries at the moment are Nepal, Mongolia and Indonesia. And you can see there's an attack going on at the moment from China and Israel. So every time you open this, you will see something else happening. You can see the type of attacks down the side, so you can see this is really, really common. You can also see what kind of industries they're targeting, so education, government and distributor. Have a think, why do you think they target education? So they might be able to get details from education, But also, a lot of students are going to have weaker passwords because you're younger, you might have set it to something you like. So that's one reason why we need to be very, very careful about our passwords. So, now I want you to think about unethical versus ethical hacking, and we're then going to update our definition. Now, let's say a company wants to find out how good their computer system is and whether it is secure. Now, this would be ethical for people employed by the company to check so that the company can improve their security. And the people who do this are called penetration testers. They're people who are paid to go and legally hack into a computer system with one purpose: to help a company identify weaknesses in their computer system. Can you please go back and update your definition to talk about ethical and unethical hacking? So what is the difference between ethical and unethical hacking? Now that's the end of today's lesson. That's everything I want you to do. We're going to continue with the rest of lesson 3 in your workbooks next lesson. However, if this is something you're really interested in, if you type Cyberstar Go into Google, you click on the top one. This is a company, it's GCHQ, who are a government department who look after the security of the UK, has set up these challenges as a little bit of fun. If you click Begin, it gives you a quick tutorial. You can pick the challenges you want to do. It's going to give you a brief, and I'm going to show you very quickly how to do it. So I'm going to call myself Mr. Atkinson, my agent name. And then it's going to bring us up on here. There are some easy challenges, some medium challenges, and some hard challenges. What I want you to do is to try one of the challenges. So read through the different information below, and then what I want you to do is try and solve it. So let's have a look at this. It says our agents are trying to access the social media account of a gang member on a site. And they've got to this password reset form. We already have 2 key pieces of information, and we got that from their posts on other sites. So remember, we found some information out like we did on Facebook. That's what's happened here. A username and their favourite colour. And you can see that's already been put into the boxes here. See if you can use what we have to guess the remaining question. Guess the age right and submit the form successfully to get the answer code. When you get it, put it in the box above and click Submit to complete the challenge. So, we've got a hint here. Now, 1986, that sounds like a year somebody was born. So we need to work back, how old might that person be? Well, they could be they could be 34, couldn't they? So let's try 34. And we've got it straight away. That was quite easy. So you've seen the answer to the first one. It gives us what's called a flag. I need to copy my flag, I need to paste it in here, and it says, well done, you've got it right, and it tells me how much I've got. So you can see that I have completed this task. See if you can complete the others. We'll have a look at this when we get back into school.